The Lewis Ferguson to Rangers saga has taken another fascinating twist, because despite all the attention surrounding Bologna's reported £70 million asking price, it appears the transfer isn't simply about whether Rangers can afford him. Instead, fresh reports suggest there are very specific conditions that must be met before the club are prepared to launch a deal. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Ferguson remains Rangers' dream signing this summer and would undoubtedly be the statement arrival of Andrew Kavanagh's new era at Ibrox. Initial talks have already taken place with Bologna, showing there is genuine interest, but according to the Daily Mail, Rangers have mapped out a carefully calculated strategy rather than rushing into a record-breaking transfer. The first major condition centers around how the transfer fee would actually be paid. Although Rangers have strengthened their financial position through a £16 million share issue alongside significant investment from the ownership group, since taking control, the club reportedly have no intention of paying Bologna's valuation in one upfront payment. Instead, Rangers would want any agreement to be spread across multiple installments over a number of years. Structuring the deal in this way would ease the financial burden, protect the club's long-term sustainability, and ensure they remain within spending regulations while still securing one of the biggest signings in Scottish football history. The challenge, however, is convincing Bologna to accept those terms, particularly with Ferguson attracting interest from clubs including Lazio, Atalanta, and teams in England. The second condition is just as important. Rangers are expected to generate further income through player sales before committing to such a significant investment. The departure of Jack Butland has already brought money into the club, but with funds also being spent elsewhere and several expected transfer fees disappearing after loan clubs decline permanent options, the squad still needs trimming. That means outgoing transfers could prove crucial. One player who could dramatically change the financial picture is Nicholas Raskin, who continues to attract serious interest from clubs such as Real Betis. Should Rangers receive a substantial offer, it would significantly strengthen their position to pursue Ferguson. But perhaps the most intriguing part of this story isn't the transfer fee at all. It's the role Rangers already appear to have in mind for him. If Ferguson arrives at Ibrox, reports suggest he wouldn't simply be another marquee signing. He could walk straight into the captaincy. Following the departure of several experienced leaders, Rangers are looking for someone capable of driving standards on and off the pitch. And Ferguson's previous relationship with Derek McInnes at Aberdeen makes him an obvious candidate. He knows exactly what McInnes expects, understands the demands of Scottish football, and possesses the leadership qualities Rangers believe the current squad needs. So while the headlines continue to focus on the £17 million valuation, the real story is the blueprint Rangers have put together behind the scenes. The conditions have reportedly been set, the financial framework is in place, and the vision for Ferguson's role at the club is already clear. Now, everything hinges on whether Bologna are willing to agree to Rangers' terms and whether the necessary player sales can be completed. If both pieces fall into place, one of the biggest transfers in Scottish football could suddenly become a very realistic possibility. In other news, a deal which went quiet and seemed as if Rangers had walked away has suddenly re-emerged and been completed by the Ibrox side. Rangers have pulled off one of the biggest surprises of the summer transfer window, completing the signing of Dan Neil in a move that few saw coming. After appearing destined for the Premier League just days ago, the highly rated midfielder has instead chosen Ibrox, handing Derek McInnes a major boost ahead of the new season. The transfer saga has taken a remarkable twist in the space of just 48 hours. Earlier this week, Sky Sports journalist Keith Downey reported that Southampton were leading the race for Neil's signature, with both Wolves and West Ham also keeping a close eye on his situation. At that stage, it looked as though Rangers had slipped out of contention. Instead, the entire picture changed almost overnight, with Neil becoming a free agent following the expiry of his Sunderland contract. Rangers seized their opportunity, moving decisively to beat off Premier League competition. According to Downey, the situation shifted dramatically behind the scenes, allowing the Light Blues to make their move and quickly take control of the deal. The transfer progressed at lightning speed, with Neil undergoing his medical before the remaining paperwork was finalized. What looked like an unlikely transfer quickly became a done deal, highlighting just how efficiently Rangers have operated in recent days. The 24-year-old arrives with far more than just potential. Having captained Sunderland during one of the most demanding periods in the club's recent history, Neil brings leadership, composure, and significant senior experience to the heart of McInnes's midfield. His arrival gives Rangers another proven operator capable of dictating games while adding depth and quality in a crucial area of the squad. The deal has now been made official. At 10:15 a.m. on Wednesday morning, Rangers confirmed Dan Neil's arrival on a 3-year contract, making him the club's 5th signing of an increasingly impressive summer rebuild under Derek McInnes. After an early move for Lawrence Shankland following his departure from Hearts, Rangers' recruitment temporarily slowed as managerial changes dominated proceedings, with Danny Roll's switch to Red Bull Salzburg, and McInnes's appointment forcing the club to reshuffle its plans. Since then, however, Andrew Kavanagh and the Rangers hierarchy have accelerated their business in spectacular fashion. Within the space of just 6 days, Rangers have completed deals for Ross McCrory, Ben Godfrey, Ivor Panda, and now Dan Neil, while club legend Alan McGregor has also returned to Ibrox as McInnes's new goalkeeping coach. With momentum building rapidly and the squad continuing to take shape, Rangers' summer rebuild is gathering serious pace, and the shock signing of Dan Neil could prove to be one of the standout pieces of business of the entire transfer window. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.